Shalom Ahab wa Baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessing. First and foremost, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Ruach Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers at GMS that have been bringing out this 100% truth for 30 plus years. And to the sincere Akyawath salutations. Blessings unto you. Now, let's go ahead and just get right into it.
Are we looking at a new civil war?
Congressman, as you may have just heard, the White House is considering federalizing the Texas National Guard, which could mean a direct clash at the border between federalized troops and the state authorities. Are we going to see a confrontation?
Well, Stuart, that'd be a huge mistake for the Biden administration if they do that.
Now we're learning that Texas has already started arresting single adult men and women crossing the border illegally into Shelby Park.
Tensions between Texas and the Biden administration have reached a boiling point as the Lone Star State continues to defy an emergency injunction from the Supreme Court and block federal border agents into the state to cut razor wire it's been installing over the past few weeks. 25 other states have signed a letter pledging to support Texas as it installs razor wire on the southern border, with some sending members of their own state and National Guard to assist with the installation process. They wrote, "We stand in solidarity with our fellow governor, Greg Abbott, and the state of Texas in utilizing every tool and strategy, including razor wire fences, to secure the border. We do it in part because the Biden administration is refusing to enforce immigration laws already on the books and is illegally allowing mass parole across America of migrants who entered our country illegally." But it wasn't just Republicans who backed Abbott's decision to buck.
Okay, so I don't think you guys get what's going on here. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing because these are more prophecies being fulfilled. So isn't that what we're looking for? Our prophecies to be fulfilled. That's all. That's what I want to see. I want to see the prophecies being fulfilled. So, let's get it. First, we're going to open up, and of course we got to start with Matthew chapter 24. We're going to go right to verse 7, and it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." We know this, and we've already had earthquakes in diverse places. We've had floods and storms, like crazy storms, since this Gregorian 10th month calendar year has started. And we have an uprise of the people. So that goes into kingdom against kingdom, but I'm going to go ahead and nail that coffin a little bit tighter shut than that. So let me read it again. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." And this is verse 8. "All these are the beginnings of sorrows." Okay? So, let's get another precept on that. Let's get another precept on that. So, we know that we're at the beginnings of sorrows, but I'm going to read this precept, and then I'm going to tell you guys a few things. So let's go to Matthew. We'll stay in the book of Matthew. I'm sorry, let's go to the book of Mark. My bad. Let's go to the book of Mark. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 3. And we're going to go right down to the point, which is in, let me see. Let me start at verse, let me start at, verse 20, just to keep it in context, so you guys know what the scriptures are talking about. So, starting at verse 20, and this is Mark chapter 3, verse 20. The point is going to be in verse 23 and 24, though. Okay, but let's start at verse 20 anyway. "And the multitude cometh together again, so that they could not so much as eat bread. And when his friends heard of it, they went out to lay hold on him, for they said, he is beside himself. And the scribes which came down from Jerusalem said, he hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of the devils casteth out devils. So they think that they're literally calling him Satan for casting out devils. So now let's get to the point. 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Now here's the real point. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So there's your point right there. How can Satan cast out Satan? You guys are all Satan. You don't understand that part. But let's stick to the main point. This kingdom right now is divided against itself. So let me tell you the scenario here. We're going to have a civil war soon. This is the beginning of it. See, if Trump gets in the office, he said that he's going to do the greatest mass exodus of immigrants in all U.S. history. That's going to start a civil war. If Biden so happens to stay in office, everybody knows that Biden isn't voted for, not even by his own people don't want him in. So that'll cause an uprising for sure. Everybody's going to go into chaos because they know that the government, I mean, we already know the government's rigged. But you put Biden back in office, and that's going to start a civil war. And so Texas right now is going against Biden's orders, and they're building a wall. They are building a wall. So they went back to building the Trump wall. And they're also putting in razor wire fence and everything. They're trying to stop these people from illegally entering the country. So if Biden gets in, it's going to start a civil war. If Trump gets in, all these immigrants are going to be fighting to stay in the country. So if they pick somebody else, to be in office, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to say, no, we all voted for Trump. It's going to start a civil war. This nation is already divided against itself. This nation is already divided against itself. So let's go back into the scriptures. And like I said, no matter what the outcome, somebody's going to be pissed off. No matter what. So let's get that. Let's go back to the book of Matthew. And go back to chapter 24. And we're going to get verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. You guys are offended at the policy of this secret government. And the people that are trying to push this new policy are the people that are being hated right now. But they're supposed to be our people. So now we have a split right down the middle. You've got the people that want one thing, and you got the people that want another thing, and neither side is willing to budge at this point. This is going to bring forth that prophecy of the kingdom against kingdom. It's going to be the prophecy that of one shall betray another, and one shall hate another. What? You think immigrants should come into the country? Well, I think we should build a wall. That's a disagreement right there. Most people don't. Most Americans, which. If you're an American citizen and you understand what's going on, they're pumping in illegal immigrants that are at the age to be in the military. They're fighting age. They're all between just like really young. I see a lot of men showing up. I don't see like women and children and families and people that look like they need help. I see a lot of young men that are trying to get into the country. And what do you think they're going to do? We already got people robbing, stealing, A lot of other things, drugs, everything is happening on a higher level now in New York. But I'm going to bring out one more scripture, and I'm going to cut it short right there, because you guys see what's going on. The point has been made. Revelation 22:12. Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So Yahweh's sending Yahushua pretty quick here. You can see that the vibration is getting a lot stronger. That spiritual vibration is starting to raise that veil even over the fools. And we all love that Hebrew breakdown of fool. It means stupid. So even the stupid people can see what's going on right now. And like I said, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this short message. Shalom.